One summer, my kiddos decided to take up piano lessons for the first time ever. I just did a quick Google search and found someone local, also with summer availability, and called him to see if he could take on some new students. He seemed really knowledgeable about what he did and really passionate and excited to teach. So I signed the kids up and they started going to lessons. At first, they were really excited to learn something new and looked forward to going to lessons. But somewhere after that first month of going to lessons, I noticed that the kids were not really excited to go anymore. I took a little step back to just figure out and assess what was going on. Were they bored with the drills? Were they feeling like their summer days were a little disrupted? Were they not really connecting with the instructor? So the next time we went to one of their lessons, I really paid attention now. And I noticed that the instructor never once said either of the kiddos' names. There's a lot of like, hey buds and hey there's and kiddos, but he never said their name once. And I realized, oh, he doesn't know their names. And not only that, he's not really asking, which tells me he doesn't really care to know. And as I'm paying even more attention, I'm noticing he's checking his emails while they're doing their lessons. He's responding to messages on his phone. And he's just kind of like nodding along as they're playing and just giving some generic good job praises. I decided he just wasn't the right instructor for us and decided to switch to a different piano instructor. As soon as we switched over to the new instructor, I saw that life come back in my kiddos. They were once again excited for their lessons. They were looking forward to each class. And what's more, this instructor, she was so warm and vibrant, said their names many, many times, and just made them feel really comfortable. What's more is that I saw that there was an actual connection with the kids. So here's the thing. It doesn't mean that that first instructor was a bad piano teacher. He was the right fit for someone, but it just wasn't my kids. And the biggest takeaway is that it is so important to know what works for us, but it is equally important to know what doesn't work for us, who we don't click and connect with. And knowing that information helps us to find who we do click with, who does work for us, and how we can connect to other people. And also, sometimes we don't even know what we want or what we need until we've experienced something that we don't want or we don't need. The thing is, all of these experiences that we have, all this information that we collect, it all carries value. And it's just a matter of extracting the meaning behind it and the purpose that you want to pull out and carry forward. So if you find yourself in a situation where you just feel like something is off or not quite clicking, you can ask yourself these two questions. Are you feeling more energized or more drained being in the situation or being with this person? And do you look forward to being in this situation or being with this person? And by doing something similar to what I did, taking a step back and just taking a little assessment of the whole situation will help you to figure out how you're going to best move forward. Because that right there is the real key in helping to design a life that you truly love. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.